everybody, I'm Eric the Counselor.
And I'm Dez Perry.
This is a lifestyle show
About improving your mental health.
You ready?
Let's experience mental health.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Experience Mental Health. I'm your host, Eric the Counselor.
And I am your co-host, Dez Perry.
We got another good show lined up for you folks today, as always. But Dez, what's up, man? How you been this year?
But I mean, so far, so good. You know what I'm saying? Just thriving and pushing through.
Starving?
I said thriving.
Thriving and pushing
Why
through.
would I be starving?
I don't know.
Do I look like I'm starving? Come on now.
No, you don't look
Hey,
like
look, why did you look at my stomach? I ain't like how you did
You're
that.
looking like you're eating good these days.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Shout out to producer Bay
But I
in the
know you're
building.
working out too, so you know.
I am.
know you working
I am.
out.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my little summertime body together, whatever. I'm trying to get cute or whatever.
Yeah, man, whatever. So we want to give a big shout out to all of our listeners,
Yeah.
Our listeners on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to the show. Big shout out to you, and especially to our audience that are watching this show on our YouTube channel. We really appreciate you guys. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you have not. Also, tell them how they can subscribe to the show.
Man, you can subscribe by texting EMH to 31996. Big baby.
And you will get every episode sent directly to your phone when we release it.
Right.
On Monday mornings.
Right there Monday.
Yeah.
Be right there for you to get your week started right.
That's right. You can also join our birthday club, and on your birthday, you get a special gift.
A little gift, a little video.
A little gift.
I just want people to know that was totally Eric's idea to do that little video as well. But
hey,
I feel like the people, they liking it, I guess.
No, they are. They actually send us a text to say, "Oh, thank you for the gift." With a little smiley face.
So they just texting you. They don't even text me.
No, they texted to the system that we use.
I ain't on the system.
It's
you
a
don't
system
come to my
that we
phone.
use to send them the show. You can actually reply to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but you don't know when they see it though.
Right now.
Yeah, it's right. It's okay. It's okay. I take your word for it. I trust you.
But anyway, so look, today we got another great show lined up. As you can see, we have a beautiful guest. Her name is Miss Elmira.
Elmira.
We know Elmira from the gym.
Right.
Y'all gotta say it like that.
She
like,
is
You didn't like that?
You
didn't like it?
It's good. I like it. People say my name all kinds of crazy ways.
I mean, it's only how
Elmira. They say Elmira. E. They call me everything.
Elmira.
Like,
you can't call me E unless you know me already. Like some people just want to automatically call me E because my name starts with the E. But you gotta know me before you can just say, "What's up, E?" I think
before they
so,
give you like a nickname or something like that.
You should know me.
Okay. All right then.
You should know me. But today we got Elmira in the show,
Yep.
on the show with us, and we are going to get into her story about mental health. She's also a licensed massage therapist in the Nashville area. She's going to tell you guys all about that and how, you know what, if you're not following Elmira on Facebook,
right?
You if you
catch
do,
her live, catch her when she go live.
She asked some questions that will have you
thinking.
really thinking.
Yes.
Like the reason that your back is hurting is because something
you
that
sleeping
happened.
with the enemy.
You sleeping with the enemy.
It's true.
So how does that like? Let me. I'm gonna have to pull up some of these and ask you directly about one of these questions before the end of this show. I want to know like what's going on with these questions and how they relates and what's really going on. But I want to focus on you right now.
Well, we'll get back to that, but it's all entangled in my story. I actually grew up in a family of 6 siblings. Well, 5 siblings, so a total of 6. Yeah. And I'm the middle child.
I was gonna say, where do you fall?
I'm the middle. I'm number 3.
I'm so sorry. You get no
number
love.
3, true middle, because I provide balance, all of that stuff. And
so is it true, like the middle child? Do they ever get love and stuff like that? I feel like
no. I mean, we do, but I witnessed the difference. Like I witnessed the difference between my 2 older siblings and my 2 younger siblings, and then I got me and my other sister right there in the middle.
Yeah.
So we my dad was not in my life. Well, I will say this, was not physically in our house after I was 5. So at the age of 5, I didn't see him on a regular basis. So that set me up with some anger, frustration, abandonment, all kinds of stuff. And of course, my mom being a single mom, and I hate that term. Like, why do we use that?
Single mom?
No, because you're not really single. Because there's always help.
Did she got a man?
She did at one point.
Okay.
And she had brothers and her mother was helping.
Okay.
So are you really truly single?
I guess
So,
it's
like,
also
that's
like
like a relationship,
it's
like
a-
he's single.
Yeah,
like,
but
I ain't got no
y'all
man.
know I got my
Her
ways
mama
of
feel
looking.
single. Would she describe
Oh
herself
yeah,
as single?
she would describe herself. So she worked a
But
lot.
y'all definitely had a village, like
Yes,
people.
yeah. There was a village of people, and so growing up, I was always, even though I talked to my dad on the phone and he would send letters, and sometimes we'd get to visit him.
Yeah.
It wasn't an ongoing thing, and I'm a lot like my dad. So
In what ways? Like, how are you like your dad?
entrepreneurial, musical, my outlook spiritual, led by the spirit.
Yeah.
I see.
We both kind of same hair. He ain't got this hair, but you know.
She has locks. You wouldn't
But
know
you
that
know,
today, but you know, it's okay.
great music, reggae, you know, all of that.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it's like just our perspective of looking at the world, like big picture view and all of that stuff. So growing up, I was just kind of angry, mad, emotionally, because you're like, where my daddy at? I actually wrote a song about that too, but you know,
Let's
that's
hear
a little
bit of
side
it.
note.
hold
Let's
on,
hit
you
it.
a-
Give us
you're
the
an
chorus.
artist?
The chorus.
Des was telling me that you were
Yeah,
an
I
artist.
sing as well, because when we talk about, you know, what we do mental health wise, all of this stuff plays in line: massage therapy, music. So y'all want to hear the song? Y'all really
Yes,
want
give
to
us a
hear the
little piece.
song?
Just
Why
a
not?
little snippet.
Why not? Let's listen.
In a world that's full of sorrow, there's a little girl who hopes for tomorrow. She's grown so much in 6 years, yet had to cry so many tears. Daddy was hardly around. Most of the time he could not be found. She has faith that he'll return. For his presence she yearns. Where's my daddy on my first birthday? Where's my daddy to share in my wedding day? Ooh, where's my daddy when I need him the most? Some little boy, little girl cries out from coast to coast. So that's just a little taste. That song just wrote itself. It came to me years ago, you know.
That was good. That was good.
So
Oh my
those
God.
sentiments,
expecting that, yeah.
you want to
Nah, I'm sitting here like,
That-
wow.
You're like,
no,
what?
that. And I'm, you know, to be honest, like I guess the shock for me, because I've been knowing you for a little bit just by working out. You know,
Yeah. You
these
don't
little
know what the
talents, you don't know
people
what
be
people
doing.
do. You know, you be like, I'm looking like Elmira.
You're like, what?
You know what I'm saying? I did not know. Okay, but no, that was really good.
Thank you, thank you.
So tell us like about your mental health journey. I know you were telling us about your dad and growing up without him. Is that a part of your story as it relates to your mental health?
Yes, definitely.
You said you had
Because
anger issues. And
yeah, but to me it was more like internal frustration and anger, not so much like I was going around beating up people, or, you know, not expressing it outwardly. It was more inwardly. That's where the music came in for me. You know, being musical, you write about your emotions.
Right.
So a lot of my, just like that song, for example, a lot of my stuff is about love or longing or relationships and different things like that, healing the world. You know, 'cause with me being a healer, I write those specific topics. And for me, that was an ongoing thing throughout high school, college, dealing with that inner frustration and just wanting to be loved. And so at a point, I decided I have to love myself. That's why I'm so big on this self-care boss. People are like, well, what does that mean? What is it? It's a personal thing for me, because I had to become the number one self-care boss. So after I went to massage school, I knew I was still dealing with this stuff. So I was like, if I'm going to be, you know, I had already graduated. I said, if I'm going to be massaging these people, working with them, I got to deal with my stuff. So that's when I consulted a life coach at the time. His name is Enrique Pascal. He's in Virginia. And we worked through all of that. And one of the things he had me do, and I'm sure you're familiar with this, he's like, Elmira, you need to write a letter to your dad. And you need to put in there what you wish he did, what you glad he did, what he didn't do, just all this list. So I put it on a piece of paper. I made like a whole list at first. Then I compiled it into a letter. And when one of the times that I visited my dad, I presented it to him. And to me, that was like a weight lifted off of my heart, my shoulders, because I did that.
So how, because you're right, that is a homework assignment that I give a lot in counseling. You do get homework in counseling. And writing a letter to other people is something I do. But the letter's not for them to ever read, to ever hear. So how's that letter, or how does writing the letter help you? Or how did it help you? Like, what was it able to bring out for you? And the reason I'm asking is because some people, you don't need a counselor to tell you this. You can just write a letter after you listen to this show, and you might get some of the same benefits. So talk to us about what was the benefit of writing that letter?
For me, it expressed everything I wanted to say, stuff I had not thought about, but I knew it was an instance or feeling. I was able to pinpoint what it was. It allowed me to forgive. Just the whole essence of the letter was forgiveness. So that was the biggest thing for me in writing that stuff. I'm like, this actually did happen, because I'm thinking everything was bad, and I'm like, no, I'm thankful for this. Or that part could have been better, but okay, that was actually good.
So
it made me realize.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask. So you were there when you gave him the letter?
Yes.
Oh, you gave him the letter.
Yes,
so you
I gave him
so
the
you
letter.
there. So I don't know, just kind of take us through that experience, like being there right there. How did he react as he's reading it? And
well, he didn't read the letter at the time, because I had met up with him, and at the end of our visit, that's when I gave him the letter. So I left him on his own to read the letter on his.
Did he ever reach back out to you? And
he said, and he didn't elaborate so much on the letter, but what I did notice is after me presenting that, more things opened up. Like our relationship got better, because I was the only one. And just to kind of fast forward, my dad passed in December of 2018. So because of the relationship that I was able to establish, I wasn't so sad about the death, because I was the only one out of all of my siblings who talked to him. So when you kind of think about that, it's
now,
like
is
the
he the
letter.
Father of all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What were you saying about when you think about the fact that he passed and you were the only sibling that talked to him? What did
that was
do?
Because of my proactivity. So a lot of times when we're dealing with mental health, just physical health, whatever, we're waiting for somebody else to make the move. Because I could have said, "Oh, it's his fault. He's older than me. Daddy did it. Mama did it. Sister did it. They the fault. I can't lose weight. I can't never be skinny because I got bad genes. You know what I'm saying? People blame everybody. It's the high school I went to. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm white. It's because I'm this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I was proactive in doing this, I reaped the benefits. Everybody reaped the benefits too. Because even because of, me open up that line of communication, which it never was fully closed, but he didn't know all of what I felt. It allowed my niece and nephews, other stuff to happen.
Right. So when you say everybody reap the benefits of, are you talking about the rest of your siblings?
Yes, because of my growth, they're able to grow. It may not happen immediately, but the positive things that have happened in my life, even with my entrepreneur journey, with owning my massage business, I've had 2 other siblings start their own business after I did it. Okay. But if I would have never taken that step, they wouldn't have been able to follow behind me either, because they saw me doing it. One of them went into real estate. One owns her, she has a tutoring business and a bread baking business as well. So
and I hear you getting your nephews out there.
Oh yeah, they be working with me
work.
too. Shoot, y'all gonna work, little man.
So let's hear a story mental health related, maybe a particular struggle you may have had. Tell us about that, and just tell us about that journey and how you overcame it. You know, I know we were talking about your father, but is there anything in your life like that you have been able to identify as this was a mental health issue that I've gone through and overcame? You got any stories for us? That's what the people
It's
want
story
to hear.
time.
Hear
Story time. Let me
It's story
see.
time.
I don't know. I guess one story would be, and I alluded to it before, just loving myself. Because growing up, I just wanted, let me get a boyfriend. Let me do this. Let me. So
Just
I
looking for
had,
love.
yeah, looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of just out there searching, and I mean, I can tell you some situations that I did before just looking for love in college. I don't know what I was doing, but got on a bus, Greyhound bus from Virginia Tech all the way up to Baltimore to meet this guy. Ain't even really know him. He done stranded me at the, man,
Oh,
see,
my
yeah,
gosh.
we met up. You like, what is
But
this?
that's crazy though, because I done heard situations like that when I was in undergrad, like the things that some young women go through just to please a guy.
Oh,
You know, looking for some
yes.
type of acceptance, and it's like, why would you even put yourself in that
Because
situation?
you don't know. Think about it. Like I
How
said
did this
before.
story go? I kind of want to hear how this went. Like, what
Okay, so
happened?
the Greyhound bus,
I mean,
I
I
get
do.
on the, I gotta, it's more to the story. So get on, I actually meet him. We meet up, go to dinner, all of that. Cause of course I got a hotel room. I don't know. You just be thinking like, I'm gonna get the hotel,
It's
all of
coming
this
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do all that, and then like that the next night he was like, oh, I'll be back. I ain't never seen dude again.
Since.
So then I'm like, how am I, because I wasn't driving at the time. I didn't have a car to get back to the Greyhound station. This was no Uber. None of this stuff existed. So I'm like, how the hell am I going to get back to the Greyhound station? So I sure won't go call my mama. And so I called my sister and my cousin. I was like, can y'all figure something out? I need to, how am I going to get to the station? And then because I was supposed to go back to college to Virginia Tech,
Dang, they didn't
I
have
ended
taxis
up
back then?
diverted.
Taxis.
Oh, that's what I
taxi.
ended up doing.
Okay.
I ended up taking the taxi. But I had to divert my trip because at that point I was like, oh, it's so
Right.
bad. Why did he leave me? I got poems and stories about that too,
Oh,
just written down.
man.
And so I
Oh,
had to
man.
change my trip from going back to campus because I was like, I ain't going back there. And I went
wouldn't you go
to
back to
home because nobody was there. Like, I had friends, but like my real friends was at home. So I went to meet up with my sister and my cousin. So I had to I had to get them to wire me some money because I wasn't working, so I ain't had no money.
Dang.
I had
You
already
hopped on
got
the
my,
Greyhound.
I had already got my ticket.
for-
My same ticket was supposed to go from Blacksburg to Baltimore and Baltimore back to Blacksburg. I ain't go back to Blacksburg. I had to switch the ticket. Got to pay for that. Got to pay for this and pay. Yeah.
Man, all this for
And
a
I
little
thought
boy.
I was
For a
in
little
love.
boy.
Thought you was in love.
Thought you,
Man, why
you know,
he
you
do
be
me like
thinking,
that? I'm
yes,
just
it was
saying,
crying,
like-
right? That was me. That was
It's a long
me.
ride home. I think.
Yes.
Long ride. You just sitting
And
there looking out
then
the
once
window
I
like,
got there, I mean, they knew what was going on, but I went to my cousin's house, after I got off the bus, finally made it, the whole trip. I'm just like, just depressed, crying and all that. I get there. We hang out, we have a good time, and her mom made us some food. So I still remember this chicken tenders and fries. She know what was going on, but she was wondering why she home from college. She's supposed to
I
be.
ain't say nothing.
She's supposed to be for the weekend
Somewhere
because
else.
it was a weekend.
Yeah.
It's like she's supposed to be. I ain't gonna ask no questions.
So
but
you,
I'm just
you
gonna
never
fix
end
her
up telling your
some
mama,
food. No.
You don't want. That's not
It's
really a
right
story.
on
You
the
want to tell your mom.
show.
Right.
Hopefully, she finna find out once she hears this show.
How long ago?
20
That
years
was
ago?
20 years
Right.
ago. I mean, it's like,
What you gonna get a whooping? What you gonna
yeah,
get a whooping?
right.
I doubt
For
it.
what?
Now, Myra, one thing I do know, you've done a lot. Like you had, like, I think several different careers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like you say, you did some acting at one point.
Yes.
You did
Yeah.
singing,
Yeah.
Let's kind of tell us some of the things that you did before you got into the therapy work.
Before I got into my massage therapy, I worked in the hotel industry, sales and front desk, did that. Television production. I actually worked at the CBS affiliate in Richmond, Virginia, on the morning show, did that. What else did I do? Retail, Macy's, Hex.
Well, and like I said, these are like such a wide variety of different things that are doing this. Like, so, like, how are you feeling like going from, like, so say like you're in the retail, business and you want to switch over to the production and, like it's something telling you that, hey, I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, yeah, man. What you said. It's something be telling me. It be like God be
like,
speaking
you got to
to
get
me,
up out of
like,
here.
Leave. No, literally, that's what has happened. That's how I made it to Nashville. Like I had to jump and move here because I was sent a message like you got to go because I was still working at
and
the
why
hotel.
Nashville?
Well, I had done a semester at TSU.
Okay.
And so I was exposed to Nashville and I liked it and just wanted to see what it was like to live here. And I've been here for 9 years.
Yeah.
And so how did you become the self-care boss? Like, where was the transition from all these other things to becoming the self-care boss?
I don't even know how that came to be. It was, I guess me, all of this, speaking of all the stories, me getting ditched by the Baltimore Man, me, my dad,
the Baltimore Man.
The Baltimore Man.
That sounds like a killer or something.
Right.
The DC
Baltimore
sniper.
Man.
That's what came to mind.
But I mean, all of those things, when I started doing massage and talking about what I did, it just came out. It flowed like self-care boss.
Yeah.
Number one, I feel like I'm a boss of my life, not in the sense, everybody around here talking about, I'm a boss, you a boss lady, this, that, they use that term loosely and they ain't bossing nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
They ain't even bossing their house. They ain't even bossing nothing. But to me, what that means is I'm in control. I set the stage. When I get these messages from God, I'm acting. I'm not standing on the sidelines. I'm creating my life. So self-care boss for me means that for each of us, so each of us are a self-care boss.
Right.
You're doing with this podcast, for example. Y'all could have said and be like, this would be nice if we had experienced mental health, but I'm going to let somebody else do it. But y'all the people to do it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you a boss. Yourself, you're taking care of yourself. Because we neglect ourselves a lot. That's what I was doing, trying to chase after these men, but I ain't trying. No.
So how is being a massage therapist? How does that have any effect on a person's mental health? Like going in on a regular basis and having a masseuse.
Yes,
talk to us about how does that relate to mental health?
Greatly, because what I find when I'm working with clients, most clients, and you already know this, there's lots of emotional, mental, spiritual issues going on where it's a thought pattern that causes people to get sick.
Yeah, but so when I go get massages, I'm not talking to any. I don't say anything.
You ain't got to.
I just go in there. I get
lay down.
completely naked and I lay down.
You get completely naked?
Yeah.
You don't leave your
Don't be
drawers
one
on?
of them people or be on top of the covers with your booty out.
I'm under the cover.
I always leave my drawers on. My drawers
Get all the way. I
to-
might
y'all
get down
get
to
under
underwear sometimes, but they say
my
it's
drawers
up to
stay
you.
on. If they gotta get up, I took them.
You
I
just gonna do a
roll
little
them
tuck,
up. We
tuck
roll
and
them
roll,
up.
the tuck and
They
roll.
I like the butt
stand up.
massage. I like it. I do.
I ain't never had that. See, maybe that's what it is. That's it.
That's the only reason why I ain't came to you, Elmira,
It's
because I don't know if we
effective.
want to do
Do
all
all-
that. We work out the gym together.
You like,
He said, "Yeah, go on, hit that glute one time. Hit that booty."
I mean, but anyway.
So,
like,
okay,
really,
to answer your question, you don't need to know that it's happening for it to be happening.
Like the
meaning you're not
me?
No, for the emotion, how it's helping your mental health to get a massage. Number one, you're laid out on the table for an hour or more, not having to think about anything else. You know, some people, their mind will race, but ain't nobody in the room, and your kids ain't there, the wife, the husband, whoever ain't there, boss ain't ain't nobody screaming at you. You're in a quiet place for an hour, for 90 minutes. So that's helping your mental health.
Definitely.
Number two, you are getting all of these things released from even your head, your brain. Like I can feel when I'm doing the massage, I can feel the stuff coming off of people.
Really? Like what type of stuff? Like,
right? It's like, what does that feel like?
Like
You're like, I want to do it. I want to do it.
What are you feeling that's being released?
Basically, I can feel the energy. So there's sometimes it can feel like heaviness. I can feel when people are hurting. Like, for example, I just had a session yesterday, and at some points I'm like crying because I'm feeling the other person, my client.
Crying.
Not like, but I can feel it. Yeah.
Really?
And then that's when the client will start breathing heavy or just all kinds of stuff. But I'm like, what I do is very holistic, intuitive work. So some people, I've had a client come in and I told her after the session, I'm like, something was going on with you today. What? It was like your heart was heavy. She said, oh yeah. And she passed it off. Oh yeah. One of my a friend of a friend died this morning. And I just got the news. I was like, okay, that's what I felt.
Yeah. So that's the energy transfers taking place.
I can feel all of that. It's a connection. And going back to what you said earlier about where do you come up with these posts? Most of them is stuff that actually happened in session. So I make it funny so people may not know. What you got? What you got?
So speaking of, ready. So a few days ago, this is what you posted. Your stomach hurts because you were molested at age 11 and never healed. Ask me how.
Ah, yes. Okay. What's going on with that could be multiple things. Of course, stomach references a general region. That could be the uterus. That could be the prostate. That could be the intestines, all of that. You know, the stomach is your second brain. So, yes, the stomach is your second brain. That's why, let's say we're sitting here, you're nervous, you're about to do a performance, a speech. That's why you feel it here first. You feel all the love, butterflies, all of that stuff. All the emotions happen here. So your stomach, even IBS, gastrointestinitis, diverticulitis, you can go on the list. The stuff you need some Pepto-Bismol for. You know?
What about you? Just might have gas, like.
It ain't, but that's what that post said. Because if it's an ongoing issue and you know you were molested, your stomach issues may not just be IBS. It may be because you never let go. You never sought healing, counseling, none of that stuff.
So what's been held in the stomach though?
Everything. It could be the power, the memory of that.
Wow. But it's just like she said, like that feeling, you know,
you feel
like that
it,
nervousness.
Yeah,
so you may be like something may trigger you to think about that, and you're feeling it in your stomach, just like you do. Because I mean, I understand. I done been on stage before, so I understand like the butterflies that you get. Just the thought of like, man, I gotta like the performance tomorrow.
Be good,
you know. But just the thought of it, you know.
Is that what you're saying? Like, if you have recollections or memories of it, that's why your stomach may be hurting.
But what ends up happening is it's not just a one instant thing because you had some bad pizza at Pizza Hut. You know why your stomach hurting then. I'm talking about the consistent thing where you know somebody who has chronic stomach problems. It may not just be so by going to a medical doctor and they're giving you this pill and you know you were molested, you're never going to treat the issue. You're always going to have stomach issues if you never go back to heal.
Because I'm pretty sure somebody's hearing you say this.
Yeah, and it's true.
And they've been molested and they're wondering like, how is this making my stomach hurt? You know, and they may have never gotten any treatment or any healing at all. And I'm sure they're like, well, damn, how's this making my stomach hurt?
Right.
You know?
Right.
What do people say? Like, what was the response when you put that out there?
A lot of times I had one cousin, which I know who has dealt with molestation. She confirmed it. She's like, I know this all too well.
Yeah.
And I said, I know how you know.
Yeah.
Like,
and a massage,
so-
can a massage help
Yes.
in the healing process if
Yes.
you've been molested?
Yes.
Talk-
Because
how is
what a massage does is actually releases that stuff. A lot of times what is happening, it's almost like a boulder is sitting in the person's abdomen. Think about it. If it was a female that was wrongfully penetrated by a male, what happened? That was an insertion and it sat right there.
Yeah.
So that energy is sitting right there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, just
Wow.
sitting.
Yeah.
And you wondering why I can't keep a man, or why I had to have a hysterectomy, why can't I have babies? It's all kinds of, so that's what I do is help people make these connections, because in order to have true healing, we have to get back to the root cause. I even had to do that for myself. What was the root cause of my anger?
Yeah.
You know, and I had to go to the root. I couldn't just be
Right.
like, oh, I'm just mad
Yeah.
and just deal with it.
Wow, I mean, it's even still, I'm thinking like, wow, a massage can help someone who's dealt with what I would consider that's a traumatic situation.
Yes.
When you've been sexually abused in any way, that's trauma. And maybe what if I'm thinking about that trauma, it doesn't leave.
No, it stays
Yeah.
unless you do something to let it go.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have a visitor in your house and you never put them out, and you wondering why they never leave.
Yeah.
You never put them out.
put 'em
Like
out. I
you
got
wondering,
you.
why
Right.
they move in? So and so done moved in, eating up all the cheese in the fridge.
But
the
you
milk.
never physically put
You
them
never
out.
put them out. You wondering why they got their clothes? They in here. You thought they
They
was
done
just
moved
coming
in.
in for the weekend, and
Yeah.
then they got their clothes in the closet, shoes,
Wow.
toothbrush.
So a massage
move.
can help you with all that.
Oh yes, because
Wow.
there's different techniques, not
Yeah.
just.
Because I ain't never had a masseuse touch my stomach at all.
You can request that.
Really?
You can request an abdominal massage. Plus, there's
Really?
other techniques that I use, like cranial sacral therapy, which is good for traumatic experiences. There's energy work, all of that stuff.
So you do
some
all
of
of
it
that.
is
You're not just, rubbing on.
no. Mm-mm.
Really?
I do. I use my whole bag of tricks, and I just feel out what you need during that session.
Because usually I go, they say, you want an athletic massage or the
That's
deep
a
tissue
lie.
or the,
I don't.
you know
That's
how-
not my philosophy. My
Yeah.
philosophy is, you come to me, you get what you need on that day. Because if you came to me next month, you're going to get what you need on that day.
Yeah.
You might be prepping for a marathon. I'm going to give you more of a sports massage to activate your muscles.
Yeah.
That month previous, you may have just lost your mom. I'm going to give you what you need that day, which is something more subtle to help you with the grieving.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
gonna
when you
give
have
you-
like
Wow.
somebody like that who's grieving, what are some areas that you focus on specifically, like with somebody that is grieving and stuff? Like when you're, giving them the massage, like what are you focusing on?
their head a lot, because a lot of it is here where the pressure is like, they've probably been crying, thinking, probably had to plan a funeral. I mean, you never know what they had to do. Try to reconfigure. There's one of my clients who had, like, her son committed suicide. So she had to take custody of the kids.
Right.
So imagine what had to, this was a grown son. Imagine what had to happen after that.
Wow.
So it's the head. I'm trying to release all of that stuff from the head. So I might just hold the head and me take on the stuff from it and throw it away. That's basically what's happening. But the head is the big thing.
I'm just going to assume most people don't get massages on a regular basis.
They do not.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't get it nearly
I
as
want
much as
to.
I should. And I think I only really think about it. Even though we work out all the time, we're working out, right? And my body's sore now, actually, from last night's workout, just the dips. But it's like,
Oh, yeah.
what it like? Tell us, like, why should we get a massage on a regular basis? Why is this something that should be a part of our self-care?
I say you need to get a massage on a regular basis because you need to dump the trash. I mean,
make me
you
feel
just
like shit.
said because you just said it. You worked out. Your muscles are feeling sore. how are you going to recover and prepare for the next workout? Let's imagine you never did anything. You just keep working out 6 months, 3 months, 12 months.
Yeah.
Your body's going to eventually break down and fall apart. If you never dump the trash, think about it. If you never go to the bathroom, you never poop.
Right.
What you
Just
got
sitting up
going
in-
on?
you
You
got- you
stinky.
backed
What
up.
you
Like a
want to be
situation
around that
backed up.
person?
No, probably not. I don't know.
So would you really want to be around a person who never gets a massage? Because massage is touch.
Right.
Our skin, our whole body has these receptors on it that need to be touched in order to, activate the lymph system, heal those muscles, heal the heart, circulation, all of this stuff. So you need a massage on a regular basis, whether it's from your loved one, and that's something I do too. I teach couples how to massage each other.
Yeah,
so
this
if
is exactly
y'all
what I was
wanna-
thinking.
I need that, babe.
I was
babe,
really thinking,
get
like-
her
I
card.
do a class.
Producer
I do a
Right.
class.
So I was really thinking that, like, are there things that people who are in relationships or just, that are in, relationships, like, I give my wife massage. Sometimes
Yes.
she, like, rub my feet or, is that, that's helpful, right?
Yes,
Is
it's
there
very helpful.
is there certain things that we can do, like certain
Right.
areas that I should
Right.
focus on,
Right.
I'm gonna give you a tip
Yes. Give us
because
two.
I teach this in the. How you gonna be
This for
stealing
free.
two
This gonna be
tips?
for free.
Oh, okay,
I'm
one.
gonna give
Okay,
one tip, and
One
I
tip.
actually outlined this deeper in the couples class. But the one thing you have to remember when you're massaging anybody is intention. The reason a lot of people's massage sucks is because they're not doing it from the heart.
They lead into the.
They lead
the after
into, I
massage.
want some sex,
Yeah.
or I want
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
or
Let me go and
or
get
you
them
just
shoulders.
trying to get it
Uh-huh.
over. You over there
Yeah.
thinking about the football game.
Yeah.
But if you lead with intention, prime example, if you know, like, your wife's favorite food is mashed potatoes, think about mashed potatoes while you're doing the massage. I'm telling you, this
Yeah.
stuff works.
Really. I can see
Or,
that. I can see
like, let's say my favorite place to go is the beach. I do love the beach. And so let's say somebody's massaging me and they have whole beach theme. They put on the beach water to tunes while they're giving me the massage. Plus they're thinking blue. They're thinking the ocean. That massage is going to be much better instead of that person giving me the massage and they're thinking about their to-do list or, man, I got to pick up the kids. And because what you're really doing is being distracted. That's why people's massage sucks, because they distracted. They trying to think about other stuff instead of being in the moment.
You can't think about, so what if I'm giving a massage and I am intentional about trying to be romantic, like
That's
trying
good.
to get the mood
yes,
together.
that's what you do. That's what you should do. Yeah, you
This
you
one
got
right.
points.
I'm with it, So yeah, because really, like, a lot of people, just like me, you probably have issues with affordability. People don't think they can afford it, which you know how that
Right,
goes.
right.
You buy stuff all the time. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to spend that money on a massage. But there are little things that you can do at home, to help out, and that's something I just want to talk about.
Right,
What
because
happens.
you said, just like what you said, you set and establish the mood and intention from jump.
Yeah.
If it's always, you can even put it on a schedule. I ain't saying be all structured. Ooh, every Monday night.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
getting
7 p.m. massage.
come on in
No,
here, girl.
I don't like all that. I like spontaneity, and I
Yeah,
think most
yeah.
people do too. But if it's got to be a regular occasion, make that expectation happen. Like, we're going to give each other a massage in this relationship, whether it's every week, whether it's, it's coming. So then you've already set the expectation and the mood. You got the candles. You might get some flowers. You might got a bear rug on the floor.
Come
You
on
just
now.
hook that
Yeah.
thing up. Get the special oil. Get the
She
special
said
cream.
a bear rug.
Go
They still
get the
sell
stuff.
those.
Make it
A what? A
nice.
bed
Don't
rug.
be
I
I thought you
just
said like a bear.
get
What'd you say?
run the bath water first
Yeah.
and then do it after the bath. You know what I'm saying? Set the 'cause
Set
then
the
when you
mood.
set
Get
the
it right.
mood,
Is this a relationship show, or are we still talking about massage therapy?
It's all the
This
same. It's all
massage
the
therapy
same.
is all
See, and I
connected.
never think about that. I would never think that you even do classes about this stuff.
Oh yes, I teach. Yes,
so
and
you
I-
have classes that are like not massage
it's
themed,
a
but,
couple it's a couples class, so it's a one-on-one class just with the couple, and I'm hands-on. I have a lesson book. Yeah.
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 Well, we getting the time. That didn't go over as well as you thought it would. Did. So listen, we are running out of time. It's been good. It's like tell the audience like any final words that you may have about how to deal with your life and your trauma through massage therapy. Like any final words for that? Around that, I should say.
My final words, as you know, I'm always talking about you being a self-care boss. So I want you to go get a massage, number one, and see what it's like. Because a lot of people haven't had it and they're scared. There's this fear, but the real fear is themselves. They're afraid of loving themselves. They're afraid of being that self-care boss, so they won't go and experience it. Just like what this is called, experience mental health.
Absolutely.
How you gonna do the massage if you never experienced the massage? You going from what your mama said, your daddy said, the boo, the other. Oh, they said it hurt.
Yep, I ain't gonna go.
It didn't hurt. You didn't even go test it out. Like that is my message.
I appreciate it.
And then I invite you to come to me.
Right. Yeah, how can they find you?
Come to me. Go to couturemassage.com. Look me up. You can also find me all over social media, either under Couture Massage or Self-Care Boss. If you put that in Google, you'll find me.
Let them know.
And I'm here in Tennessee, also in Virginia, and I do special events too. So if you have
travel
a retreat,
and stuff too. Okay, you better get out here and
Do
get it.
you have a retreat coming up?
No, I don't. I'm not. Okay. I was thinking about host. I'm not sure.
Not gonna
okay. Well, we'll make sure we stay updated in case you got one pop up sometime in the summertime. But we once again, we appreciate you for coming on and telling your story, letting us know the importance of massaging. You know what I'm saying? Getting rubbed down. Because I like a good massage. I had one on the cruise we went on.
Ooh, I know that was nice.
Man, that Asian lady rubbed me down.
See, how would you know if you didn't go?
But that was like what? I think that was my third. No, that was my third. She talking about this my second massage. This was my third one. And hey, she did her thing. I don't remember her name, but shout out to her. Ming Lee.
That was your therapist.
So listen, we really appreciate you coming and sharing this with us today. You guys be sure to check out Elmira. Hit her up, couturemassage.com. You can find her on social media. Hit her up. She'd love to come in and give you some of that, some of that
the rub down. Yeah.
All right, folks. It's been another great show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, send us a text EMH to 31996. Follow us on Instagram at EMH now.
Right now, not
just
now.
Stay in the loop with us, and we really appreciate you guys. And make it a great day. Yo, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, comment, and share this with all of your friends. And also be sure to subscribe and then go check out some of our past episodes. Make it a great day.